What is going on, everybody? Mike Stadler here with The Obsession. We are at my place here today. I have Custom Game Land Management actually here to help me do some timber stand improvements and some hinge cutting. They are going to get started here today, so I was just kind of showing you that. Brian and his crew here. So they're going to help me. We're going to do some bedding improvements, get some of the ash trees on the ground, really open up the forest floor and help it thrive a little bit. Some hinge cutting going to be going on, probably going to be several days of work here, but lots of plans that we have laid out, so we're going to show you the start of that and get these guys going. We were back at my property today, here this weekend. It is middle March. We were in here on Monday, dropping trees. Kind of a beautiful mess right now. So we've been showing you the start of our TSI hinge cutting project here in my woods for this upcoming whitetail season. It's just a process of getting the big trees out of the ground first that we wanted to open up the canopy, and trees that aren't going to be hinged. So now I wanted to bring you in here and show you our hinging project. As you can see, we've done a lot of hinging here. So what we've done now is hinge a lot of these trees. We were down in my woods. We've been talking about a pond that we put in about 3 years ago on my east end here. Now we're going to move it actually on the south side of the ridge, and we're going to kind of change the habitat here along with all the TSI and hinge cutting we're doing. So we're going to get a water on the other side. We have a big food plot on the other side. We've done a lot of bedding, so we want to kind of have a lot more levels and areas for these deer to move in and to bed. Right here is what we are going to pull out today. So we're going to get this water hole and probably get this dug in and get this pond laid in here. We'll show you that when we get going. We dug the other pond out yesterday and pulled the liner out. That was quite a chore. But we're going to try to get this done. We got a lot of rains coming and stuff, so it'll be the perfect time to do it. So stick around. We'll show you that later. We are running. Just a little quick sump pump and get her pumped out of here so we can get this hole out of here. So I am standing on my large pond liner here, as you can see, that we took out. We're planting some pear trees today up in my campsite plot. What do you think? Going. Where's the first one? Right there. Perfect. Oh boy. Start digging.
Just make the circle a little wider. Make it wider.
But this is where our pond is going to be. So we're going to start digging that out. We'll show you that, and hopefully we can get that moved in here today before rain comes again. You can see here now, this is where we've got this excavated out. We got to do a little bit more cleaning up, stuff like that. A little high side on that far right corner there as you're looking at it. Clean up, get it bowled real nice, get a little bit of a berm all the way around it, and we're going to call it good. Later on today, I know Phil and TJ are going to come and help me, and we're going to put this liner in. So getting real close to getting it done here today. We're putting in the liner now, so should be ugly. Stick around. We started this project several weeks ago where we pulled this one pond out of here. That's where we pulled the pond out. And we started to fill it in. Well, I blew a seal on the lift ramp of my Bobcat. So now I want to finish this up tomorrow here. I got a little break in the rain. I want to get this done. I'm trying to make this into a little clover plot. And of course, we've had all these rains, so now it's full. So I'm going to pump it back out today and give it at least a day to dry before tomorrow morning, so it's not such a slop pit. So fighting the elements here, but we're going to try to get her done. We are working on filling in this pond here today. down in this bottom. Here's one row of these trees. Kind of see them in there. So I'm wanting to fence them like this. As you can see, there's, you know, a row there, row there, row there, to here. Here's a real long row there, way down. So it's going to be a ton of work, and it's going to cost a lot more than what I expected. I have 400 small brushy trees coming tomorrow. We're going to start planting those this area here, filling all this in. And what we're trying to really do here is get this plot secluded away from the house, make these bucks feel safer to come in and out of here.
What? We're going a little fast. Go slower.
So we showed you our frost seeding that we did probably a month and a half ago. It's now close to the end of April. This is the plot that we raked and cleaned up and then frost seeded. This is also where we planted a couple more pear trees. We had 2 apple trees and 2 pear trees. But this has come out real well. Here now we're down on my bottom plot, and we are going to start putting some of those trees in. Here's the big food plot here, woods and bedding there, one stand on the edge. What we're trying to do is kind of seclude this plot a little bit from that bottom. We've called lots of real big bucks up out of that bottom. The problem is once they get up here, if they can see into the plot, they're not going to come. So if we can get them to come around these trees and expose themselves into this plot, they're within range. Looks like kind of a mess now, but we are going to start running fencing, and then we'll show it to you when it's all done. It's going to kind of be amazing here for a few years. Showing the other day, we planted a bunch of common 9-bush and high bush cranberries. So this is what we're going to do. We got them all kind of coming in. We left our trail, one of our main trails, how we did, and then we fenced all these rows here. We know it'll take probably 2 or 3 years for those to come up right, but we really want to save them. I've been planting too many trees over the years and losing them and deer eating them, so we're going to try this method. It costs quite a bit more money, unfortunately, but we cut down a ton of trees this year, but we planted 700 more, so we'll see what happens in the next few years. We've been doing this pond removal and then new pond install project. New pond in, so we've kind of showed you here. Oh, we're going to start all over. We're going to clean this out. There you can see the pond. Recut this hill, fill this pond in, redo it right. Here we are back that we're going to move. We're going to taper this pond back. So we clean this whole area out. We're going to cut this hill back. You can see the pond and redo this. We're going to pump this thing out, rip this liner out, push it back shut, do all of our excavating in here where we just cleared, and then we're going to reset this pond up. You can see we got her going pretty good here. Still working on her. We're on the pond project number 2, so we are just finishing up here today. You can see here is the new layout. Up there behind TJ is where we open that up. But This has really turned out how I want now. But we're gonna finish getting it set in here. Probably even throw the hose in it today just to get a little water in it. So stick around. So we've showed you the campsite clover plot that I call it, that we cleaned up, frost seeded, and that's coming up real good now. So we're gonna try to get up there and spray it today with our clethodim. So we've got our surfactant. The surfactant does is it actually helps the clethodim cling to basically the grass and the broadleafs better. Don't expect immediate results. It's going to take about 4 weeks for that to start to notice that grass dying in there. Usually you can get away with spraying just once a year, sometimes twice. It's just going to depend how it grows. So give it about 4 weeks after you spray it. So here we are. You can see we've got it all tilled up nice. We're gonna get some chicory in here and clover. Hopefully we can show you a finished product in about a month. We are spraying our clethodim and surfactant today. This plot does get sprayed off every year right down to dead. But the one benefit that we get down here is it grows a real good, naturally perennially comes back every year in here, which is awesome because it puts all of our nitrogen back in. We're going to spray this with clethodim, get this grasses down and really let this clover thrive down here. It gives them a summer food source. Like I said, probably take about 4 weeks for it to show, but you can see the before. So we are down here at the old pond site, which hopefully you guys saw that when we pulled the pond out of here and moved it. We made this into or we are attempting, I should say, to make it into a little clover plot. So you can kind of see here, but if I do zoom in, you can see it's starting to come up pretty good. Kind of a nice little spot here to have a plot. We got some stands around this that we put in years ago. We've taken a couple of nice bucks out of this end of the property, so we're gonna put some chicory in here and see what it does. It is almost Memorial Weekend here, and we are starting to prep for our cornfield. New trees, really budding nice, really doing well. We're working on getting that ready. We showed you several weeks back we planted 600 bush trees, so in the progress of these things are really blooming up nice. Good, we've had just about the right amount of rain. We just got hit with a bunch of rain here again. Here is also a rye, so we will actually leave that in there. We're walking in here where we did the pond, a little bit of green there. It's getting all real nice and fuzzy green. Pond's starting to look really good. Getting that filled up. We've had several inches over the last week. So just moving forward here with our projects. Just coming into, like I said, beginning of June here. Get everything concluded up. Just got back here from Canada. It is actually June 6th today. I'm going to show you the project. We got all this clover, chicory coming up. Just a little update there on that pond that we moved, and then we pulled it out and we redid it. So it's really coming up well. See out here that has grown up in this plot. You can see how tall it is. My wife's standing out there. We are going to actually get that all mowed off and just let that seed be in the ground then. Till that in lightly when we get to the fall to put our pots in. Things looking real good that we started here so far. Here is our, we're going to call it the old pond plot. Really looks good with the clover and the chicory in it. Really happy with that. It's really filling in nicely. Did all kinds of tree cutting in here. You can see how thick it is in there now. Don't show that to my wife. She hates the idea of that, but understands. We're getting a lot closer to the pond project. You can see here now, this is where we've got this excavated out. We got to do a little bit more cleaning up, stuff like that. A little high side on that far right corner there as you're looking at it. Clean up, get it bowled real nice, get a little bit of a berm all the way around it, and we're going to call it good. So stick around, we're getting closer.
We appreciate each and every one of you.
Yeah, buddy.